We have returned. You're listening to CSC Talk Radio. Right now, we're visiting with Caroline from McCall's Candles. Her last name is McCall's, Caroline. And I love your name. I had an aunt named Caroline, but somehow she got called Auntie Sugar. And so we never called her Caroline. It was always Auntie Sugar. But
that's what my father's side used to do. My father was a huge Neil Diamond fan, so of course it's
sweet
Caroline.
Caroline. All
yes,
right, I got it. I like Neil Diamond too.
He had 13 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
And none of them went by their real names. They all had nicknames, and it was always fun to bring someone to a family reunion, and they would be introduced in their name, and then they'd have to remember everybody's nickname.
Well, that's probably easier than remembering their names sometimes, It's I had a family reunion with cousins. I didn't get to go. I had to cancel at the last minute, but they had scheduled it earlier this year. And this was on Halloween weekend, or just before the Halloween week anyway. And they wanted it to be a masquerade. They wanted everybody. I said, well, then we'll have an excuse for not recognizing one another. But I was searching. I said I wanted your favorites, but I'm going to tell you right now, I was just searching your website. And I didn't see this one when I was up in the store in Tipton because they have a local store here. And if you go there, I don't get credit for it. But if you need a candle right away, go there. But this is chocolate and berries. I mean, that has got to be the best of both worlds right there.
Chocolate and berries is a really great fragrance, of course, popular near Valentine's Day. And it has that beautiful kind of red, purple, rich color to it. Mm. And it does. It smells very sweet, like fresh black and raspberry, but it also has this wonderful hint of white chocolate it gives off. It's one of my favorites in the springtime.
It's beautiful, and it's very intriguing. And then I saw some of the others that I was actually holding up, the Christmas Jingle that I have. That's a new fragrance as well.
Christmas Jingle it's doubled as country store. Year-round, it's sold as country store, and that is our number one selling fragrance. Mm. It has a fresh orange and apple fragrance with a nice note of cinnamon.
I'm going to hold it up here.
Nutmeg to it.
Uh-huh.
And that is always year-round our bestseller.
Awesome. Well, it's a beautiful fragrance. I mean, it's a beautiful candle. And
Thank
all
you.
of them are so pretty. And so what is your favorite then?
My favorite comes in probably orange cranberry. You mentioned that earlier.
I did. I have it right here.
That one, same thing. Most of them smell just like their name. It's oranges and cranberries, and it has, the spicy cinnamon and clove to it. Spice pear, which you mentioned before. That one is a nice sweet pear with a cinnamon to it. And It just depends. This time of year, we go towards those warm fragrances that have the spices and things like that. So
I'm sitting here sniffing them as you're talking about them, the ones that I have.
Yeah, our Country Christmas is packaged. It's our spice pear fragrance. We change the color and repackage it for Christmas, this Country Christmas. Mm-hmm. And as I mentioned, the Country Store. We also have our Christmas tree, and this one is a beautiful pine fragrance, and that smells just like an outdoor pine tree.
For all of us who don't get the outdoor trees and put up a fake one, we can burn that and it'll smell like we have a real tree in our house.
So that's my trick over here in California is we put up our tree, and then I just take a cabin scents or Christmas tree reed diffuser, and I put it behind the tree, and people walk in and go, "Oh, your tree smells so good." I'm like, "Doesn't it?"
Don't touch it.
Yeah, don't knock it over.
We don't want any of the needles to fall off.
Yeah, I keep them a good 4 feet away. That way they can't tell for sure.
Do you have any sales or discounts that are going on through the holidays?
Oh, we do. This is our biggest sale season of the year. We got Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, and this year we're doing the whole website up to 70% off. Each fragrance collection is highly discounted. All fragrances are on sale, so it's going to be a huge sale from this Friday on to Monday, Tuesday.
All right. Well, and I want to remind everyone, when you call them or when you go to the website and you get your candles ordered, you need to give them the promo code Beth Ann so that the show will get credit for the sale, and they'll know that, they're doing some good here, sitting here talking to Beth Ann. Yeah. Go ahead.
everybody that enters the code Beth Ann also gets one of our decorative candle holders as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Those are pretty too. And, I have a candle in the kitchen. I have one down in the family room, and I have one in the dining room, which is adjacent from the kitchen, but it's big enough, far enough that it's not, you don't have the smells mixing necessarily. And so I'm trying, and I have one here on my desk in the office. So
do you have a mulled apple cider?
I have it. I haven't burned it yet. What is the one I've got on my?
One.
I can't remember the one I've got on my desk, but it just really it makes the. In fact, I haven't burned it for a few days, and it's still it's mocha. Of course, it's mocha, but you can still smell it when you walk in the office. It just makes if you leave the candle open, you can still smell it. You don't have to burn it constantly if you're trying to save your candles, but. Yeah, I love it. I just absolutely love it. And like I said, they burn evenly, which to me means they're going to last longer and you have less waste. So McCall's
and that's
candles.
Where the fragrance comes from.
What's that?
The wax pool is where you get your fragrance comes from. So when your candle burns evenly all the way across outside of really getting the use of your candle, that's also how it's emitting all the fragrance. So the more of a wax pool you have, the more fragrance you get to smell.
And I think the longer you get to smell it, because I think it has less waste because it's not going down in the center where you can't burn it anymore like some of the other candles that
absolutely.
I've had. Oh my gosh, they're just terrible. And then you try to scrape it out and it's just a mess. So you've made a believer out of me with the McCall's candles. They're really several notches above anybody else's. They're just way above as far as that goes, as far as how they burn and how they smell and they're just
thank
they're
you.
just
We
beautiful.
appreciate that.
Well, you're more than welcome. I appreciate it. And they're made in America. We've got to enforce that. Made in America. Now, you were talking about Cyber Sale and you were talking about Black Friday sale, but here on CSE Talk Radio, next Friday, I want you to tune in because Caroline's going to join me again as are several other of our All-American markets, and we're going to have a red, white, and blue sale right here. So don't go shopping. You just kind of go on the internet and take care of our All-American markets and get your Christmas taken care of. Something else with these, we talk about gifts. Most people take a little something to a hostess when they go out to an event or to dinner that's being hosted by another family or a friend or something, and take a little something. These a candle would be the perfect little hostess gift to give.
Oh, yes. They're fun. Sometimes I do that as well for our friends or our neighbors at Christmas time. I'll get some more candles together, and I put a really cute bow on them and maybe a couple sprigs of a flower, poinsettia, something like that. And we go and give them to friends and family. We also have our candle bar melts that are great for stocking stuffers.
Yes.
So I like to have fun with that. Sometimes I'll make little stockings for friends, and I put candle bars in there along with some treats and goodies.
It's just awesome. I want to give their number because we're about to run out of time in our segments here. It's 1-800-396-0332. You can call them and talk to them, ask them about their candles if you're not on the internet. It's 1-800-396-0332. Or you can just go to the website, McCallsCandles.com. McCallsCandles.com, plural on both. McCallsCandles.com. Beautiful candles. They're just gorgeous, and there will be a candle on my table. That is for sure. Even with all the food, there'll still be a candle on the table. The kids will say, "Mom."
Always beautiful.
Thank you. You're doing a great job. I just really love the product. Like I said, it's far above any other candle products I have ever purchased. As far as the
thank you.
quality.
We appreciate that.
And I learned a little something. Your husband taught me that you need to cut that wick a little bit shorter, and I got a big kick out of him saying when he goes places he has to. He's a wick clipper, and
he is. He is. He
carries his clipper with him.
A little hook on his belt. That way he can hook a wick trimmer to his belt. So wherever he goes and he sees a long wick, he'll trim that right up.
Well, I laughed at him. I said, well, you're as bad as my husband, who's in construction, and he's a carpenter, and he'll go in places, even in restaurants and stuff, and he'll be looking at the mitered corners of the woodwork and stuff, and I usually say, stop it. Just stop it. You're not working. Just stop.
Yes.
We are out of time for you today. I want to give that number again, 1-800-396-0332. That's 1-800-396-0332, and we'll see you back here on Friday next week. Thank you so much, Caroline, for what you do. Bring America home and warm it up with McCall's Candles. Go to McCallsCandles.com. Thank you, Caroline, so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Beth.
And when we come back, we're going to talk about the chaos on the outside of the home and what we can do about it. You're listening to CSE Talk Radio. This is Beth Ann. You want to join me in conversation here in a little bit? It's 877-895-5410, and we will be right back.